The Quran, a divine revelation to humanity, unfolds like a magnificent tapestry woven with threads of guidance, wisdom, and profound truths. Each verse, each chapter is a thread in this grand design, offering insights and lessons that transcend time and space. The Quran is not just a book, it is a living, breathing guide that speaks to the hearts and minds of those who seek its wisdom. Among its many awe-inspiring chapters, Surah At-Takwiir stands out as a powerful testament to the might and majesty of Allah, the creator of all that exists. This surah, like many others, serves as a reminder of the omnipotence of Allah and the transient nature of our worldly existence. It is a call to reflection, urging us to ponder the vastness of the universe and our place within it. Positioned as the 81st chapter in the Quran, Surat At-Takwiir derives its name from the Arabic word takwir, meaning to roll up or to wind around. This term is not just a linguistic choice, it encapsulates the essence of the surah's message. The imagery of rolling up signifies the end of one phase and the beginning of another, a theme that is central to the concept of the Day of Judgment. This evocative term sets the stage for the surah's central theme, the Day of Judgment, and the dramatic transformation of the universe as we know it. The surah describes a series of cataclysmic events that will unfold, altering the very fabric of reality. The sun will be folded up, the stars will lose their light, and the mountains will be set in motion. These vivid descriptions serve to instill a sense of awe and urgency in the believer. Surat At-Takwiir serves as a stark reminder of the transient nature of this worldly life and the certainty of the hereafter. It emphasizes that everything we see around us is temporary and will one day come to an end. This realization is meant to shift our focus from the material to the spiritual, from the fleeting pleasures of this world to the eternal rewards of the hereafter. It paints a vivid picture of the day of resurrection, when the heavens will be rolled up like a scroll, the stars will scatter, and the mountains will be reduced to dust. These powerful images are not just meant to scare, but to awaken us to the reality of our existence. They remind us that the physical world is not the ultimate reality, it is merely a stage in our journey towards the eternal. In the face of such overwhelming cosmic events, humanity will stand in awe and trepidation, fully aware of the impending judgment. The surah calls upon us to prepare for this day, to live our lives in accordance with the divine guidance provided in the Quran. It is a call to action, urging us to align our actions with our beliefs and to strive for righteousness. The surah's message is both timely and timeless, resonating deeply with people of all eras. Its themes of accountability, transformation, and divine justice are universal, speaking to the core of the human experience. Whether we live in the past, present, or future, the truths contained in Surat At-Takwiir remain relevant and compelling. It calls upon us to reflect on our purpose in life, to acknowledge the sovereignty of Allah, and to prepare for the inevitable day of reckoning. This reflection is not meant to be a passive exercise but an active engagement with our faith. It challenges us to question our priorities, to seek out the deeper meaning of our existence, and to live in a way that is pleasing to Allah. By understanding the context, meaning, and significance of Surat At-Takwiir, we can gain valuable insights into the nature of our existence and our relationship with the divine. This understanding is not just intellectual but spiritual, transforming the way we see the world and our place in it. It is a journey of discovery, a path that leads us closer to the ultimate truth and the eternal wisdom of the Quran. The word takwir holds immense significance within the context of Surat At-Takwiir. It is a term that evokes a sense of profound transformation and change, a concept that is deeply embedded in the Islamic understanding of the cosmos and the end times. It refers to the act of rolling or winding something up, much like a scroll is rolled up after being read. This act of rolling up is symbolic, representing the conclusion of one phase and the commencement of another. Just as a scroll is carefully rolled to preserve its contents, the universe too will be rolled up, signifying the end of its current state. This imagery is central to understanding the surah's message about the Day of Judgment. The surah paints a vivid picture of the cosmic upheaval that will occur, a day when the natural order will be disrupted, and the universe as we know it will undergo a dramatic transformation. Just as a scroll contains written words that convey information, the universe in all its vastness can be seen as a testament to Allah's power and wisdom. Every star, every planet, and every galaxy is a part of this divine manuscript, each playing its role in the grand narrative of creation. On the day of resurrection, this cosmic scroll will be rolled up, signifying the end of this world and the beginning of a new reality. This new reality will be one where the physical laws that govern our current existence will no longer apply, and a new divine order will be established. The familiar order of the universe will be overturned, and the laws of nature as we know them will be suspended. The sun will lose its light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the very fabric of the cosmos will be altered in ways that are beyond our current understanding. The stars, which have illuminated the night sky for eons, will lose their light and scatter. This scattering of the stars is a powerful metaphor for the disintegration of the known universe, a universe that has provided light and guidance for countless generations. The mountains, symbols of strength and permanence, will crumble into dust. These towering giants, which have stood as silent witnesses to the passage of time, will be reduced to nothingness, emphasizing the transient nature of all creation. This imagery of the Takwir is not meant to be taken literally, but rather as a metaphorical representation of the profound changes that will occur on the Day of Judgment. It serves as a reminder of the impermanence of the material world and the ultimate reality of the hereafter. It highlights the ephemeral nature of this worldly life and the absolute power of Allah over all creation. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes that this life is but a temporary abode, a place of testing and trial, and that the true everlasting life is in the hereafter. The universe, which may seem vast and enduring to us, is but a fleeting creation in the grand scheme of eternity. In the face of Allah's infinite power and wisdom, the cosmos is but a small transient entity, destined to be transformed and renewed in accordance with His divine will. The revelation of Surah At-Takwiir, like many other surahs in the Quran, was prompted by specific historical circumstances. This surah, in particular, holds a significant place in the Islamic tradition due to its powerful imagery and profound messages. It addressed particular challenges faced by the early Muslim community, who were often subjected to ridicule and persecution for their beliefs. The early Muslims, who were a minority in Mecca, faced immense pressure from the dominant Quraysh tribe. According to renowned Quranic scholars like Al-Biqa'i and KHQ, Shaleh, one of the primary reasons for its revelation was to counter the disbelief and skepticism of the Quraysh, the dominant tribe in Mecca during the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. These scholars have extensively studied the context and implications of this surah, providing deep insights into its significance. The Quraysh, deeply entrenched in their polytheistic beliefs, vehemently rejected the Prophet's message of monotheism and the Day of Judgment. They were accustomed to their traditional ways and found it difficult to accept the revolutionary message brought by the Prophet. They mocked the idea of a final reckoning, questioning how the universe could possibly come to an end and how the dead could be resurrected. Their skepticism was rooted in their limited understanding of the divine power and the transient nature of worldly life. Surat At-Takwiir, with its vivid descriptions of the Day of Judgment and the transformation of the universe, served as a direct response to their doubts and denials. The surah paints a dramatic picture of cosmic upheaval, emphasizing the certainty and inevitability of the Day of Judgment. By highlighting the signs of the approaching hour and the certainty of Allah's judgment, the surah aimed to awaken the hearts of the disbelievers and guide them towards the truth. It sought to instill a sense of urgency and reflection among the listeners, urging them to reconsider their stance. It emphasized that the power of Allah knows no bounds, and that He is fully capable of bringing about the events described in the surah. The surah serves as a reminder of the omnipotence of Allah and the ultimate reality of His promises. The revelation of Surah At-Takwiir served as a timely reminder that disbelief and arrogance in the face of divine truth would ultimately lead to regret and despair. The surah warns of the dire consequences of ignoring the divine message and living a life of heedlessness. For the early Muslim community, this surah was a source of strength and reassurance. It reinforced their faith and provided them with the conviction that their struggles were not in vain. The surah's powerful imagery and messages helped them remain steadfast in their beliefs despite the challenges they faced. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself found solace in the revelation of Surah At-Takwiir. It affirmed the truth of his mission and provided him with the divine support needed to continue his efforts in spreading the message of Islam. Today, Surah At-Takwiir continues to resonate with Muslims around the world. Its timeless messages of faith, accountability, and the power of Allah remain relevant, reminding believers of the importance of staying true to their faith and preparing for the hereafter. The vivid descriptions and powerful warnings in Surah At-Takwiir serve as a constant reminder of the transient nature of this world and the eternal reality of the hereafter. It encourages believers to live a life of righteousness and mindfulness, always aware of the ultimate accountability before Allah. In a world filled with distractions and challenges, Surat At-Takwiir stands as a beacon of truth and guidance. It calls upon believers to remain steadfast in their faith, to trust in the power of Allah, and to prepare for the inevitable day of judgment. As we reflect on the messages of Surat At-Takwiir, let us strive to embody its teachings in our daily lives, seeking the pleasure of Allah and preparing for the ultimate reality of the hereafter. May this surah continue to inspire and guide us on our journey of faith.